Oh, look at me, got it. Where are you going, you big donkey? No, he ain't as big as the last one, he just mean. He's a big one. Going to the back. Oh my gosh, he's a freaking chub. And a freaking tanker. Nothing better than that fall smallmouth bite. Just look at how thick. All right, we are in smallmouth country. It's fall. You can see the trees are changing colors. Waters are cooling off, and typically in the fall, you get a big rush of big smallmouth to the shallows. And we're up here, you can see, winding the heck out of a spinnerbait, chartreuse and white basically. And that's the deal when you're up here shallow, is to fish that thing fast and get it bulging just under the surface. That way they don't get a really good look at it. You know, a lot of times in the fall, they're up here feeding on bait. This lake that we're on today is kind of unique in that it's sand and gravel everywhere, but what we've noticed is we can see some big lay down trees, like old logging trees and stumps and things like that up here on these flats, and it seems like there's typically some fish around it. And location is so important, you know, especially when you're dealing with smallmouth. You're gonna wanna look for those, what we call transitional areas, anywhere where rock and sand meet, or sand and sand grass. Any kind of transition is typically what you're looking for, something different. You know, like I said, we're catching these fish around a bunch of old lay down logs and stuff that have been left in the lake. And what I really like to look for in the fall is what I call a corner. You know, as you can see up here in front of us, we got a island. It's got a point on it, but about out there where that other boat's at, this deal makes like a corner. And it seems like anytime in the fall, when you can find those corners, seems like those fish really set up on them. And kind of like right here where we're at right now, it makes a little corner right here where we've been getting these bites. And I think that's got a lot to do with them fish set up. There's current comes through this lake, the Great Lakes run in between it, and the wind creates a lot of current. You know, I think a lot of guys don't think about the wind creating current. And anytime those fish can set up on a current deal, even if you're on a lake that doesn't have any current and the wind's blowing, it'll make current. So in the fall, definitely look for those corners. Got it. Look at that big old chub. Yeah, boy, come over here. I ain't got no room. Got all kind of camera gear in my way. Don't you throw it. How does Kevin grab it? Like that. Oh, that was close. Let me just get him that way. There we go. Big fall smallie, Strike King burner spinnerbait. Freaking giant. So for the spinnerbait, when you're smallmouth fishing, there's some key things you want to look for. Number one is you want to look for one that has a heavy enough wire that you're still going to get enough vibration, but it's not going to truly tear it up. What that does is the smallmouth are so violent that if you were using a light wire spinnerbait, they'd twist it up and they'd just break it on you. The other key is to use smaller blades so you can burn it. You know, this is a deal, like I said, you can see I'm really humping it along, and you know, Strike King makes the burner blade, which you can see it's just really doesn't have a lot of cup in it, okay? And that's what you need, is a blade that doesn't have a lot of cup in it, so you don't have a lot of resistance in the water. That way you can burn it as fast as you want. The other key here is the trailer hook. If you're throwing a bladed or a spinnerbait in the fall for smallies and you don't got that trailer hook on there, you've lost your mind.